Sometimes adopting a minimalist type of approach to life can lead to quite profound, unique experiences and life lessons that you probably never intended. Now, I started my journey with minimalism a number of years ago, and at the time when I first adopted it, it was more for financial reasons, to try and improve my financial circumstances. However, at the time I ended up pushing minimalism to extreme minimalism to try and achieve those goals, often to the point of depriving myself of a lot of things that I should have had in order to make life more comfortable. And in life, when we end up doing such things, we often disturb the balancing forces, and this thrust me in the opposite direction, where I started to accumulate a lot of clutter and led me away from this minimalist type of behavior. And by doing this, I ended up in a very depressive state of mind, where I was almost accumulating things just for the sake of distracting my mind from having to deal with the issues that it should have been dealing with, trying to look for that temporary reprieve by getting a package delivered and getting that little bit of excitement, or perhaps even going to the store and buying things for that initial feeling that you get when you buy something. However, all these things are very temporary and don't really provide that profound sense of satisfaction or that real happiness that you truly seek. And when many of us end up in scenarios where we're suffering from depression, we can often find ourselves in a state where our external reality is potentially reflecting what is going on within you. And this was my circumstances at the time, where I was accumulating things and it was cluttering my mind, and I was not dealing with the things that I should have been dealing with. And as a result, my external reality was reflecting the clutter within my mind. And this happens for many of us who go through these phases in our life where we tend to accumulate a lot of clutter in our life. We tend to steer away from what we should be dealing with and try and have that clutter distract us from what inner turmoil really needs to be addressed within us. And that's why I think there's these hidden benefits to minimalism. And something that I realized as I then started to move back into minimalism, but trying to now establish a much more healthier approach to minimalism than the aggressive stance that I initially took. And I think this is where the profound lessons came in, is as I then started to adopt this approach of minimalism and started to declutter my place, to start to focus on things that bring you joy in life. That was what started to create new behavioral patterns within my mind, where I started to question things and make much more informed purchasing decisions. So before I buy something, I would then go through this exercise of really questioning whether that item is going to be used for prolonged periods of time. Is it something that's temporary? Am I really going to use it? Is it going to add benefit to my life or joy to my life? Or is it just going to end up serving as clutter in a few days or months or years? And this exercise is something that I think ends up then percolating through the rest of your life. And once it does that, once you start to take on these behavior patterns and infuse it in other elements of your life, how you're spending your time, what are the thoughts that you're entertaining in your life, are they adding joy to your life, are they keeping you in a repetitive cycle of negativity, that's where the profound benefits come in. It's almost like, I would say, that minimalism started to increase conscious awareness within my life, where I started to become more conscious of those negative thoughts that tend to suck a lot of life force out of us, that tend to keep us in these depressive scenarios, that tend to keep us distracted from what we should be dealing with. And that's really the important part about trying to adopt this minimalist type of lifestyle in order to get those benefits of increased conscious awareness, of increased ability to question things, question those thoughts that you are having within your mind. And that is really the benefit that I think we should take away from adopting a minimalist type of approach to life, because it's something I never intended. However, I started to recognize that for many of us who may be struggling with depression or having been caught up in a cycle of thoughts that are sucking life force energy out of you, this approach of minimalism can have these beneficial side effects that can potentially help to pull you out of it and to start getting you to reflect more upon these things rather than looking for distractions that take us away from what we need to deal with in life. So as always, I hope this video has served as a catalyst to hopefully help you recognize that there are more benefits to minimalism, especially if you're someone who's struggling with depression, anxiety. Clearing up your space, clearing out the clutter can also help bring that mental clarity within your mind so that you can start to deal with what needs to be dealt with, that you can really focus and bring alignment in your life to whatever you need to be doing. And minimalism can be that approach to life that can hopefully help to make it easier to address these aspects within our life. As always, if any of this content resonates with you, please do like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. With that, I hope to see you in my next video.